Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Radical Road, a triple hopped pale ale, 6.4% ABV, and from Stewart Brewing in Edinburgh, I think. So it says here, Radical Road pours golden with a long-lasting white foam. The aroma is bursting with American hops, tons of pine, and grapefruit and citrus combined to make a tantalising hop cocktail. The taste is medium bodied with long-lasting smooth bitterness. Waves of hop flavour come from the triple hop brewing technique. Right, let's open this up. Gear to pour. So, amber pour, good carbonation and lacing, white head, as you can see, on the nose. Definite pine in there, definite pine. You can taste it, you can smell the grapefruit and citrus, but there's just something else there as well. Like a burning smell. My shed's not burning. Yeah, there's like a burnt aroma coming through with it. Alright, let's give it a pour. Right, straight away, pine on the taste as well. Pine at the start, and the citrus comes in a little bit afterwards. So, at the moment, not too much pine in there, you know, it's 6.4%. I'm not really feeling the 6.4% at the moment, at least. I might do in a bit when I flake out, but not at the moment. So yeah, Stewart Brewing. You may well have seen some of their beers in, I think, Lidl and Aldi, in their beer festivals. I can't remember which one does what. I think Aldi, there's quite a few of theirs in Aldi, if I'm right in thinking. But you do also see some of theirs in the likes of Sainsbury's as well. Have you noticed that Christmas stuff's starting to come out now? A bit early actually, September, but I was expecting but obviously the Christmas chocolates are already in, which is usual for the supermarkets. Bit of a shame that Asda are doing the dirty on their workers, but isn't that the thing these days, you know, that workers' rights are being diminished, you know, by companies, and the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Disgusting. So I definitely can see the carbonation and lacing there. For me, it's a nice, pleasant, you know, citrusy, piney drink, really, you know. It's not too much in-your-face pine, because let's be fair, when it's too much pine, it's bloody rancid, you know, and there are a few out there that you drink them and it's like, oh my god. I drank one the other month and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it was so intense on the pine that it was just undrinkable, you know. And this is where, you know, whoever makes the beers, you know, you're going to be tasting the beers, aren't you, to try and tweak the flavour, tweak the, you know, what comes out. And I mean, if it's their thing to make it as intensely piney as you can get, then you are not playing to the masses. You're playing to a very distinct minority. And obviously, you know, I suppose there's an area where all beer producers, you know, want to bring out a beer that is different from the market. That's okay. But as businessmen, you need to bring out something that is good, but also pleases a lot of people. And that's why, you know, some of these Stone's Go-To IPA for one, it's that intense with the hops that you just, you know, it just kills off a lot of people. They just won't drink it again. I've drank it once, will never touch it again. It's just too intense. Can't take it. And that's not even the piniest. There's one I drank which was so piney, and it was just too much, you know. So this is, it's nice and pleasant, you know. Still, that 6.4% is not showing through. Probably a good thing, because I need to go upstairs and do some internet work in a minute and do some, you know, earn some pennies off the internet if I can. But yeah, it's not knocking me out with its alcohol content, that's for sure. So, breaking it down, amber pour, good late carbonation and lacing, white head, still got the white head even now. On the aroma, pine on the aroma, grapefruit, citrus, and that burnt flavour, burnt, whatever it was, like a burnt something on the aroma. Not tasting that in the drink, in the actual one, on the taste side of things. It's all about the pine and the citrus. Not even so much grapefruit, you know, that's not even showing through so much. But it's nice. It's balanced, and it's balanced in a way that's for the masses rather than the, you know, than the few, which is a good thing, I think. Strength-wise, tastes to me like a 4.5%, which is possibly dangerous, because a beer that can mask its strength, I mean, this is 6.4%, tastes like a 4%, 4.5%. 4 or 5 of them, you're going to feel that, aren't you? Yet some beers are 3.8%. I've had some beers that are 3.8%. Raven Ale comes to mind, and it tasted like a 5.5%, 6%, you know. So it's amazing. It's amazing how beers can taste very different. So, Radical Road. Thoughts then? Yeah, it was nice. It was a pleasant beer. Not an introduction into the world of hops and pine and that, but the next step up. It's like a second step into that world. You know, you start off with something else. This is a bit more pinier than the entry level ones, and obviously 6.4%. On me, it's not affecting, but on you, you know, other people, it's going to affect you. That's enough of that bloody can. It's killing my arm. Out of 5, then. Whilst I liked it, another good beer from Edinburgh, Scotland. You know, always good to, you know, promote our Scottish friends. With Brexit these days, you know, it feels like you know, I am absolutely sick to bloody death of what's happening. You know, you've got the government, which were, you know, they're a bunch of twats, and they can't agree to it or not agree to it. But you think to yourself, in the first place, why didn't the idiots who went and discussed it with the EU be a bit more firmer in the first place? This backstop deal, there's surely a way to have a backstop what pleases both sides. There's always a compromise. You know, EU needs compromise. And then you've got Liberal Democrats. We're going to cancel Brexit. But that pisses off the half of the population, more than half, who actually voted for it. And I'll tell you now, I like the Lib Dems, but if there's a vote on it, I will vote to leave. You know, I didn't vote last time because I can't stand voting anyway. They're all idiots. But, you know, it will force me out the shadows to vote leave, and all our family will do the same, and they never voted either. There'll be a lot of people that will bring people out the woodwork. You know, if you vote for something, you vote for it, and, you know, the government at the time should carry that on. But, and all of a sudden, the strength of that is coming through. I'm feeling it now. So just about a minute or so of talking, and the strength of that's coming through. I'm flipping heck, I can feel it. So it's amazing, isn't it? On taste, it tastes like a 4.5%, and then give it a few minutes and the strength comes through. Wow. And this is the company I work for. And the funny thing about the company I work for, I work for these, but I work on a site in Nottingham called Nottingham Park Estate. It's a very posh site. And I do the gardening there. Well, I hope to be doing the gardening there. You never know with jobs these days, you know, and personalities in these jobs. But anyway, Nurture is one of the biggest, apparently, one of the biggest companies in the UK for landscaping. But also in Nottingham, Nurture is a sexual reproduction firm or some sperm firm. So it's ever so funny because one of the workmates says, "Oh, I work for that same firm," and I says, "I'm a sweeper." He says, "Oh, right. I thought you worked for the same company as me, the sexual reproduction thing." You know, strange world, eh? That's what you get for you when you bring out a name and it's the same name as somebody else. You know, it confuses matters. I'm sure that in the company limited house, whatever it's called, there will be a slight difference, but interesting nonetheless. Out of 5 then. If I hadn't already done it. No. Forgetful these days. I liked it. It's not amongst top 10 beers. It's a nice beer, more of a pleasant pale ale, citrusy pale ale. It's nice because it's not too piney. Some of these are just too much pine in the beer, and it ruins it, you know. Unless you like really bloody offensive pine, you know, it's just too much. So out of 5, I'm going to give it a 4.1 out of 5. Yes, it was okay. The 6.4%, the strength is coming now, afterwards. So that's something to bear in mind if you do drink it, you know. If you're like me, you'll drink it and you think, well, that's 6.4, but I can't taste that. But it comes after. Something to think about. Right then, that's enough for tonight. I need to cook my dinner. I'm starving. Thanks for watching. See you soon.